Good evening, everybody. Welcome into Coach's Corner West on this Monday night, January 10th, here at the Pizza Hut in Bucyrus. And winter weather has certainly set in. It's very, very cold, but it's nice and warm inside the Pizza Hut. And we're going to be talking winter sports tonight with Bucyrus, Winford, and Buckeye Central High Schools. Our show is brought to you in part by Rob Lust at Edgefield Animal Clinic in Marion, Matt Ramsey, John Ziegler, Drew Young, and Frank Heinlein and Associates at Bucyrus Blades, serving worldwide markets since 1951. Roger Brown at Winks Lock and Safe, South Poplar at West Warren Street in Bucyrus. And coming up a little later in the show, it'll be the wrestling program from Buckeye Central. Head coach Rocky Ranker will be here with some of his wrestlers talking about the progress of their season as they get into the long stretch here in January and into February before the tournament starts. Prior to that, it'll be Barb Huber and some of the girl bowlers at Winford High School having a really nice season. A lot of numbers out, and we'll talk to Coach Huber about that and a big event that they have coming up this Saturday out at Suburban Lanes. And to tip things off, it's girls basketball, Bucyrus style, the Lady Redmen in the house to talk about the season and how it's progressing. A couple wins going on and getting closer to getting that Northern 10 victory. Our show is brought to you in part by Lee Plymouth and Brad Seibert at the Plymouth Insurance Group, Bucyrus and Gallion, Hannah Newton at Wendy's, downtown Bucyrus and Upper Sandusky, North Central State College Mansfield, and the Crawford Success Center in Bucyrus. And as I mentioned, we're surrounded by red and black, which is a good thing. I got my black on tonight, and we're going to kick it off here with assistant coaches tonight, Kylie Korner. Welcome to the show tonight. I appreciate you coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, let me get you turned up here a little bit. We got you there. Let's try that again. Let's see.
Are you good now?
No, I can't get you.
Uh-oh.
Let's see where we're at here. Down a little bit here, Cam. Cameron Moon, are you there? I'm not picking up anything on that microphone there. If you can just check that here real quick. Let's see which one that is. There we go. Now try her.
Are you good?
Nope, we're not very
Oh,
good. So we're not picking it up, but we'll go ahead anyways and pick this up best we can. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but
okay.
Anyways, thanks for coming out. 2-9 overall, 0-7 in the Northern 10 Conference. And looking back at just a week ago, a game that was supposed to be at Ridgedale, that got canceled, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, and what happened with that? Was it a COVID thing or something along that lines?
It was a COVID issue related with the Ridgedale basketball
Okay,
team.
so is that going to be rescheduled?
We're in the process of working to reschedule it, but it hasn't been a set date yet.
Those aren't easy times, are they?
No, they're not very easy times.
Yeah, I don't envy any athletic directors right now trying to get things done. Then you got a really nice win last Thursday on the 6th. You're down at Elgin. You win 42-40. Got shaky late as the Lady Redmen saw an 8-point lead go to a 4-point deficit. And you as coaches and Coach Siebert, what were you guys thinking on the bench and trying to tell these girls, it's okay, settle down?
So, I mean, it's really tough for us coaches. It's just as stressful. I mean, we're not the ones on the court, but you feel like you're on the court with the girls. Right. And it's just a matter of, like, keeping our nerves composed so the girls keep theirs composed as well and pull off a win, and we did. So it ended up working in the end there. Yeah,
absolutely. The Lady Comets of Elgin almost rallied from being 5 points down in the final 12 seconds. And I'm sure as coaches, you're looking up there, please run, please run. You want to get this down to double zeros. Coach Siebert said to the Telegraph Forum, hung on, perfect words, because I thought maybe there was going to be a stretch there in the fourth quarter where we were going to pull away. Elgin, nice team, 7 wins coming into that game. And they had a nice look at a three-pointer. They got their own rebound. Bucyrus tied it up. The Elgin player for a jump ball. Elgin got possession, had a final shot, and it didn't go. What was the reaction by you guys, but more importantly, the girls?
Just excitement. I mean, a win is a win, and we always obviously want to win to be successful.
Right.
I mean, it's always exciting whether it's close or not.
Right.
And especially because this Elgin team was a better team than last year, definitely, when we played them. And I mean, our girls have been working so hard, so anytime we come out with a win like that, I mean, it's just a great thing in the books for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Maddie Kimmel, who's here tonight, and Emma Tyrell each scored 12 points. Cameron Blizzard 8 points in that game. And the tough part, though, is as much as jubilation as that was to get a win, feeling good, you expend a lot of energy, and then you got to play Seneca East the very next night, a team that's very good in the Northern 10 Conference. And probably the score showed a little bit. You lost 63-32. Lady Tigers jumped on you early, 12-6 after one, although that's relatively close. But they really had a productive second quarter, outscoring you 28-13 to lead 40-18 at half. What was kind of the message that Coach Siebert and you guys told the girls at halftime in that game?
I mean, overall, our girls actually came out pretty well in the game for just coming off of a game the night before. And I mean, in the locker room, the girls still really had a positive attitude, whether we were down or not, and their attitude came out as they wanted to win, they wanted to come back, and the score may not show that, but the girls hustled hard, and we just tried to keep motivating them to still push, and we never discredit their hustle, and they come out and they work to win, and whether it's second game stretch or not, I mean, it's always just trying to be like positive and motivating to them in the locker room.
Good, very good. A really strong third quarter stretched the lead for the Lady Tigers as they outscored Bucyrus 19-6, had a 35-point margin going into the final quarter. And as a whole, the Lady Redmond pretty cold from the field, 11 of 46, only 24%, 2 of 16 from three-point land, that's only 13%. But you were 80% from the free throw line. And how often do you practice that? Is it an everyday occurrence that you send these girls to the line and they got to make their free throws? Maybe I should ask them.
Yeah, no, they're laughing. Yes, we practice free throws every single day.
Yeah.
So we actually keep track of them and chart them each day and give them their percentages. We have a stat sheet on Google Sheets that we keep track, and so they know at the end of the day what our free throw percentages.
Yeah, because those can win you and lose your games.
Yes, they can, and our goal is always to be 70% or better, and then work upon improving.
Yeah, absolutely, very good. Emma Tyrell, 8 points. Cameron Blizzard had 7. Adacyn Rister, who's here tonight, had 6. Adacyn Rister with 4. Maddie Kimmel with 3. Kendra Blizzard and Marissa Middleton with 2 points each. So, because I haven't had a chance to talk to you, because I normally do the Wednesday show, what have you really liked about this group? Yeah, I mean, okay, it's 2 wins, and it's probably not what you want it to be, but what have you liked about the way that they've responded this year?
So yeah, I mean, you're right. It's not where we want to be record-wise, but these girls are probably the closest group of girls that I've seen. And
you've been coaching how long?
I've only coached this last year, but I've coached this last year in basketball, but I've coached volleyball prior to that. So I have a few other years of coaching. But just from last year, this group is so much more tight-knit, I feel, and they've really bonded and come together as a team. And anybody that Addie wasn't with us last year, and they've accepted her wholeheartedly, and I think they've just bonded, and that's how even though we don't have the record, I mean, that's how our hustle comes from. So they're very motivating and positive to each other, and it really shows and reflects in the court. And whether we win or lose, they always have each other's back, and it's a great thing to have for a girls' basketball team, because the quickest thing you don't want is girls that argue and fight with each other.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I can assure you that you do have respect from throughout the league, because I talked to Colonel Crawford, I talked to other coaches, and they say this isn't the same Bucyrus that it has been in the past few years. So you have earned some respect there, and I think that's a really, really positive thing, and moving in the right direction for sure.
Yeah, they are a good group of girls, and they hustle a lot, and they have a lot of motivation for each other, and they go hard no matter what the score is. They don't look at the score, whether we're down or up. They go hard the entire time, and that's what's great about them.
Awesome, really, really good. Take a break here before we talk to the young ladies around the table. We're brought to you in part by Vince Ponziani and Associates at Wakecraft Industries, Rod Steiger and Associates at Pizza Hut here in Bucyrus, and Galleon, host of our show since 1992, and the Burkhart family at the Burkhart Farm Sales, your Case IH dealer on the Manette New Winchester Road. And I'm going to go first here to Miss Maddie Kimmel. Hi, Maddie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for coming out. And all juniors tonight.
Yes.
And, Coach talked about this hustle and this desire. And even though it hasn't really translated into a lot of wins, I always talk, when I talk to kids, especially, and coaches to some extent, even though I'm not a coach by any stretch of the imagination, you got to be talented to shoot three-point shots. You got to be talented to be able to dunk, which, I'm assuming you guys haven't had any dunk yet this year.
Oh, not yet.
No, okay. But things like defense and things like hustle, you don't have to have a lot of talent. It's a want-to. For you, where does that want-to start? Where does it come from?
I think personally, at Bucyrus, we've dealt with a lot of adversity. We haven't had many wins, or we've had coaches in and out so often. And I come in every day and I just know that I want to get better, and I want to be I don't want to let my team down or the coaches. And that's kind of my mindset every day, and just coming in like that, being positive, and that desire has helped a lot, and putting it on the other girls too, just leading them and helping them feel the same way.
The good news is that kind of mentality is going to do you really well when you go out in the job world, because that's what employers want to hear. I don't want to let anybody down. I just want to do my job to the best of my ability. So that's a great trait to have right now. So as you're going into this second half of the year, what's kind of the mindset for you to get some more of those wins, be it in the league or outside the league? What are you going to do personally?
I'm going to keep continuing to just try and lead on the court and do my job and make sure that everyone else is doing theirs and working together. We work really well together, and we didn't really have anything this summer, so I think the first half of the season was kind of just getting in the mode of everything and working together, and we know more of what the other team's going to do to us now and how we play together, which has helped us a lot so that we know each other's abilities now better too.
Yeah, well, you're having a nice season, 8.6 points per game, 4.4 rebounds per game. Keep up the good work for sure.
Thank you.
You bet. Coming up next, it's Leah Sheets. Leah, thanks for coming. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Position on the team?
Shooting guard.
Shooting guard. Okay, so I always like to ask this question. Do you have a green light from anywhere on the court, or is it got to be within a certain range? And coaches are
within a certain range.
Okay, yeah, they're going to look at your answer and just kind of say, "Oh, I wonder what she's saying." What is your range? Can you hit a three? Do you like shooting those?
I can, but they're not that consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, I can work on that.
Yeah, is that something that you normally work on in practice and that?
Yeah.
What's your favorite spot on the court? Like your go-to that, boy, if I'm there, I feel pretty confident it's going in.
Really, just any of the wings right inside the three-point arc.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of your sweet spot right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's the defense? How's your defense personally?
I think it's good. It can always be better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, have you heard from your coaches, boxing out, got to box out, got to get a body on somebody?
A lot.
Yeah, I'm sure you hear that a lot.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a hustle thing too, isn't it? That's a want-to kind of thing. Find your girl and get her boxed out. When you think about the cohesiveness of this team, what makes all of you girls so close? What is it about that you have a nice bonding and you don't really argue or fight with one another?
Well, I just feel I don't know, we all just all our personalities just kind of match.
Mm-hmm.
We're all just kind of in a flow together, and we've had no problems.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
And that doesn't always happen.
No.
When you get different personalities together, it can somewhat get discouraging, I guess, and things along that lines. What's the biggest thing you need to improve upon as we go through the second half of the year?
Probably just working on my shooting and passing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Working on getting more assists.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. Continued
Thank you.
success. And finally, we have Addie. Don't call me Adacyn Rister. We discussed before it started, folks, which one she wanted to go with, and we went with Addie. So thanks for coming, Addie. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
You bet. And position that you're on the team?
I'm a post.
You're a post, okay. And Coach talked about the fact that they welcomed you in. So you hadn't played in the past, or you did and then didn't come back, or?
I played in 7th grade, and I took a break and I did cheerleading.
Okay.
And I just wanted to switch things up, and I knew they were low on numbers this year, and my friend Kendra on the team told me I should try it out. Went to one practice and I thought I was going to die, but then I thought I could get used to it, and I was good.
You mean from an aerobic standpoint?
It was just a lot different because I wasn't in shape from cheerleading.
Yeah,
so.
right. Mm-hmm. Yep. So now that you're about halfway through the year, is it a good decision? Did you think you made the right decision?
Yeah, I really been really happy with what's been coming out of basketball and the friendships I've made and just the bond with everyone. I wasn't that close with a lot of people this year, and I feel like I reconnected with everyone, and they welcomed me, and it's been a really good decision.
Where has your game improved since the first game till now?
Oh gosh, I could not dribble the ball really that well, and I just basically was kind of hoping for the best, throwing up shots, and I've been working on my form a little bit, and it's gotten much better, and I've been a lot more confident.
Yeah. I'm glad you touched on that word because that's so doggone important in anything that you do. When you go through anything, I don't care if it's in the classroom or something outside the class, you start to get a little confidence, you can be pretty dangerous because you start to believe in yourself and good things come from it. What do you have to work on the second half of the year? What do you want to accomplish?
I definitely want to start boxing out more. I realize I'm getting sucked into the basket a little bit too much, so I need to stay out and probably just more confidence with my shots because I'm a little iffy on where I shoot still, and I don't have the confidence that much, but it's been getting a lot better throughout the most recent games.
Well, you know, every time you shoot, you got a 50-50 chance it's going to go in. I mean, that would be really, you got to give it, you got a little rip sometimes. So we'll enjoy the experience. I'm so glad that you made the decision to come back out. I'm glad it's been a positive experience for you because these times that you guys are in high school, it goes so doggone quick, and you want to get involved in as much as you can and enjoy that time. So have a good time with it.
Thank you.
You bet. I appreciate you coming out. And I'll pass the microphone over to Coach Middleton here. There we go. And we'll come back here in just a moment. Show is brought to you in part by Blythe Freely, Todd McDougall at Freely and Company Insurance, New Washington, Ted Coder at Monarch Body Shop, New Washington, and the Ohio State University at Marion. Big Ten education close to home. Mike Middleton joins us, and Coach, thanks for coming out tonight. And boy, your name has been synonymous with Bucyrus. The Middletons have been here for a long, long time. What got you into coaching the girls' side?
For the girls' side, Coach Siebert, we coached football together for several years. This will be year 9 for me coming up. He just asked me if I would come along with him, so here we are.
So you're used to coaching football, a physical sport, for the most part a guy sport. Every once in a while we'll see females play it at various schools. How big of an adjustment was it for you to switch to girls basketball?
I did some elementary basketball with the girls before, so with the adjustment going from to high school basketball, just some of the physicality. Football's a little more physical at times, but these girls here, they can be really physical, especially getting practice. They get a little chippy.
Yeah.
They go at each other pretty hard. So.
But you probably like seeing that.
Oh, we love it. We encourage the girls to go at each other hard. Sometimes you wonder if there's going to be a punch thrown or something. But after
I thought you just said they got along so well.
Oh no, they definitely get along well. After practice, it's really good. The chemistry of these girls, that's what's driving them right now. They get along really well. They work good. They want to learn. They want to get better. So that's going to be our success right there.
I was going to ask Coach Siebert if he was here tonight, which he isn't. Of course, I know him so much as a longtime official, a very well-respected official in this area. Has he had any interactions during the year where official may not call something because they know that there's a guy sitting on the bench that knows exactly what happened? Or how? I just was kind of curious about that.
Yeah, it's happened a few times. I know earlier we had a scrimmage and an official asked, "Hey, did I make the right call?" And he sees a lot being an official.
Sure.
So yeah. I think the other officials definitely realize he's there.
And I'm sure it's some respect too, isn't it?
There's a lot of respect between Brian and the other officials.
Sure, I bet so. Upcoming games tomorrow. You're going on the road to Mohawk, a team that you lost to the first time, 48-23. They have improved. They're so long. They have height. What have you been talking to the girls leading up to this practice today? You got to prepare for the Lady Warriors tomorrow on the road.
Take care of the ball. We struggle at times taking care of the ball. We got some turnover issues. We definitely stressed them boxing out tonight. There was a few times we played Mohawk before. We boxed out really well. And for the most part, we did in that game. But over the past few games, I think we've gotten a lot better at boxing out. We're a little more physical. So hopefully it just transfers over to tomorrow's game.
Yeah, absolutely. And then this Saturday coming up, you get to host a Colonel Crawford team that you only fell to by 12 the first time, and it's a team that's really young, playing a lot of young girls, don't have, I think, maybe 2 seniors on the team, and they're struggling a little bit. And with only a 12-point deficit last time, now you get them at the Kish. Great opportunity to pick up an N10 win, isn't it?
It's an opportunity. We just want to come out. Girls compete every time we come out. That's our goal every time. So we'll see what happens Saturday.
Yeah, take care of things tomorrow first. When I looked at Lonnie McMillan's statistics, the JV team 0-7 and the N10 1-8 overall. What have you liked about that group specifically?
JV group, they work hard. They give us a good look in practice every day. They definitely want to come out. They ask, what can I do better? What can I do to get better? So they work hard. It doesn't. Our wins and losses, it's not there for our wins, but they definitely work hard. Good group of girls.
How are things at the junior high level? Are you familiar with what's going on down there?
Junior high, we've got 7th, 8th grade. We've got 2 teams right now we're playing, so we got some numbers there.
Good.
Hoping to build upon that. So.
Good to hear. Well, continued success and enjoy it. And I think, you know, as things progress and the tightness of this group, as these 3 young ladies demonstrated tonight, I think it's going to go a long way in this year, but also for the program as well, because they're kind of setting the standard that this is the expectation and this is what needs to be done. So I'm proud of all of you for sticking with it and having fun and having a great experience. So I appreciate you coming out tonight. Best of luck to you.
All right, thank you.
You bet. We're going to take a break. It's time for Winford Bowling coming up, and we'll start right after this timeout.